Just getting on ready here. What is the score?
1-1.
Oh, going to the ace match. And it all comes down to this. A romanticide of all maps. There's a lot of ways this could go, right?
Yeah. I had to quickly jump on them as soon as they came out of the game because they immediately went into a lobby. I was like, oh my god, I haven't had to roll the dice because one of them is using their Mandarin or Chinese characters instead of the Romanized version. So I wasn't even sure if that was him, but we're in.
We are in Romanticide LE. We're in the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. We have the red Terran player coming out from the land of Taiwan. He is going to be representing GDA team. He is using his Mandarin name, but we know him as Eternity.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have arguably the best Terran player in all of Taiwan. Representing Team Naive Dream World, it is ExpecT.
Still one of the coolest names for a clan just about ever made. Not just the name, but also the logo is a rifle. Like, I feel like there's a lot of lore that goes behind this clan.
That's pretty dark, man. It's a pretty dark lore.
It kind of is. But it's Dream World.
Yeah. That's what reality is, man. It's a naive dream world.
Dude.
Or you're gonna wake up from that naive dream world into reality.
I realize it's not here.
Exactly. He's in the military.
He's not tonight. Yeah. Still?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. I have no idea of the status of the ex-Korean Terran reality. Feels bad, man.
But speaking of things that we don't know, have no idea about, neither player has much of an idea of what each other is going for, but being very, very diligent with the scouting.
Oh yeah.
I have to wonder what transpired in the past 2 games.
I have to imagine both players cheese each other. I mean,
yeah.
Oh boy. I mean, the series that we casted wasn't too long, to be honest. So it's TvT. Something must have happened there, as we do see both ExpecT and Eternity were just scouting around their bases, making sure there was nothing crazy going on. Something that's interesting is that Eternity didn't scout behind the mineral patches, which is interesting because it's a pretty common proxy location.
He's like, nah, that's too obvious. It's what he expects me to check.
I'm sorry, everyone.
But pretty aggressive openings despite not proxying. Of course, not gonna be too committed here. It is gonna be just 3 Reapers, 2 Hellions for both players. It seems not something that you necessarily think would do a lot of damage, but definitely a very effective scouting force. And if there's an opportunity, will do a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, it definitely will. As we do see Eternity is moving out across the map with 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions. Meanwhile, so is ExpecT. Who shoots first?
Eternity shoots first. Living up to his name. And what a shot he managed to get off as well. All 3 Reapers shooting a single one of these Hellions. Meanwhile, the Hellion shooting one of the Reapers. The Reapers can regenerate. So many KD8 charges are being thrown down right now. And it looks like Eternity has the advantage. Barely. The Hellion still lives, but it's only 2 Reapers left right now for Eternity, and they are so low. So once again, both players gonna be playing blind.
Yeah, it was kind of chaotic, and both players kind of bounced off each other. You know, one player surviving with 2 Reapers, the other with 1 Hellion. And with that, as you said, Eternity was unable to get into the main, unable to scout anything. Just realized they didn't even SCV scout each other. Like, they've literally seen nothing.
Yeah, and vice versa. Both of them have no idea what the other's going for, so they're doing the standard safety turn thing. Okay, well, Eternity is being a lot more aggressive with the Cyclone, so maybe not as safe, but they're both getting the same units at about the same time.
It's like a mirrored build, mate. Like, we were joking earlier that they were the same person with the, if you recall. But it turns out, you know, there may have been some truth to that because they are just playing the exact same way.
Have a hookup in their brain.
They're linked up.
The mind linked, like the Wi-Fi Protoss antenna.
What?
The Kala, that's what it's called.
The 5G.
Oh, is that why they had to cut off the things? And spoilers for the Legacy campaign.
Mate, how could you? The people in the chat who were waiting to play the Legacy campaign ruined it for them.
I know. Yeah, it's all good. I do like that Eternity is just being utilizing his Reapers more as a spotting force, not necessarily checking the tech or anything. He has a pretty good idea. Again, they played out their series earlier on, so I would have to assume that he knows what ExpecT likes to do, but he just wants to know when he's going to go for it. Now he sees ExpecT pushing out.
Yeah, ExpecT does move out. Ooh, does he get a lock on? But oh yeah, does disable that lock on with the tall grass.
Shrubbery?
Shrubbery.
Tall grass, yeah. Debris? No, not debris. Debris is the other thing.
Ferns.
Ferns, sight blockers.
Sight blockers, there we kind of.
That's actually something pretty smart to do.
Oh god. Meanwhile, both players are kind of missing each other. ExpecT does scout this because he did leave one Marine in the center of the map, and he is going straight for the throat, mate. Yeah,
Eternity really wanted to hit either this army or the base of ExpecT with the element of surprise, but now ExpecT is kind of expecting Eternity to come his way. What are the defenses looking like for Eternity? None whatsoever, not even tank out yet.
The wall's not a wall!
It's not a wall!
It's not, he takes down the depot anyway, and he's gonna be busting into the main base. There is one tank here for Eternity. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, we do have Eternity trying to break into the bases of ExpecT, but he's still stuck at the natural.
Tank does come out. The Raven has enough energy for one auto turret, and the Raven is actually super exposed right now.
Oh god, it looks like the Raven does go down. Both Ravens may go down. Meanwhile, the tank just barely managed to survive. It does see jump, but he gets taken out.
There's a lot of Viking turret for ExpecT. I'm not sure if he wants to expand. He does land. There are some Marines here to support the tanks, but not enough to really chew down these Vikings. They will deal with the tanks, but they will all go down to the Marines. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, ExpecT has a foothold.
Yeah, mate.
All go down. ExpecT
Exactly.
really seemed to rip an energy earlier on.
I mean, mate, these auto turrets are doing so much damage. In the end, it looks like Eternity will hold, but there are still two Ravens. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, there's only a single Marine, and ExpecT cleans everything up.
So about these two players being mirrored, like, okay, well, this time, Eternity has a ton more workers. So.
Yeah, there's a bit of a difference here. So Eternity has the higher worker counts, and 2 CCs, sorry, 3 orbitals, never mind. Meanwhile, ExpecT also has 3 orbitals, but he has 2 Ravens. And yo, Ravens, they can do a lot.
They absolutely can. Been banking a little bit of energy on them. Meanwhile, ExpecT, he knows that there's no way Eternity can muster up much of a defense force. He's setting up, getting ready for round 2, and I'm not convinced.
I mean,
he's going to be able to hold this time.
If you look at the units tab, Eternity has 2 Marines and 1 Raven. And the Raven's almost dead.
I did not want to look at the unit tab line. I want to give myself a little bit of hope here for Eternity.
He has 1 Marine, mate. This is his 1 Marine that he has right now. Meanwhile, ExpecT is the one with the army. Oh god, the tank!
It's a auto turret energy, and the tank gets body blocked, and it's being targeted down by the auto turret to the tank!
Oh god, but the auto turret comes in from Eternity as well. It's trying to focus down the tank of ExpecT.
It goes down!
It does.
Why the tank goes down? Why did the tank's coming in?
That's the thing, mate. There's only 1 tank remaining here for Eternity. It looks like he does have a good siege position here. ExpecT has to wait for some more energy on his Ravens.
He really, really does, but there's nothing that can really prevent the Ravens from going down. Nothing really to threaten them. ExpecT can still definitely get that energy up. Oh, not sure about the placement on the auto turret. Marines start to come forward. Tank does go down. And ExpecT containing Eternity right now on 2 bases. He is not done. Liberator coming across the map.
Oh god, there's the Liberator coming out here for ExpecT, and with that Liberator, oh god, he's gonna force that ×1 siege. Meanwhile, the Raven, one more.
One of them will go down. The other Raven, there's nothing really threatening it. Or threatening the Viking, I should say, right now.
Yeah, the Marines were a little bit out of position. They were too busy killing the gas, question mark. Instead of protecting that Raven. Meanwhile, ooh, Eternity, he's being a little bit sneaky, a little bit cheeky.
Yeah, the third does land. But he is down on 2 bases at the moment. Meanwhile, ExpecT, he does still have those 3 orbital commands. He can take the third whenever he wants. Oh, this is getting real close.
Oh god,
it was close, but now it's even closer.
I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen when that Liberator comes out, mate. That's what I'm waiting for.
I think it's gonna get taken out by the Viking, if I'm being honest.
Here comes the Liberator. I mean, his Marines should be able to protect it. Obviously, if he wanted to, he could even fight the Viking with the Liberator.
Yeah, very much depends on the positioning. A couple of Marines being dropped right now. Eternity with the Medevac will be able to save a little bit. The Liberator actually going for worker damage.
And I love
which
this.
He might as well.
Eternity, he lifts up his natural and he just goes over to a ninja base location and he's gonna get away with it.
Might as well. Nothing in the air right now for ExpecT aside from this one Liberator. A couple of Vikings coming down.
God, Liberator does siege up and it is going to get a decent amount of kills. The Vikings should react to this, but instead he does send over his Marines. Oh my god, that's it!
He doesn't want to give him the air advantage, but that is going to be it. GG is called. ExpecT moving forward to face Go Joey. And we casted a game light a couple of nights ago that we were just going crazy about. We were like, this is the closest game in a series of StarCraft 2 we have ever casted. This is giving that a run for its money. It was also in the Taiwan, Hong Kong Open qualifiers, but I don't quite remember the players. I think it was a TvT.
Yeah, I believe it was as well. That was a very close, a very intense game there. Honestly, I think I want to say that Eternity may have tapped out a little bit too soon there. He did have the lower army supply, obviously, but he was getting away with a lot of mining, so it's possible that he would have been able to bring himself back into it. Yeah, it would have been hard, no doubt about it, but maybe there was a chance.
Potentially. I guess he just didn't want to keep Go Joey waiting for too long.
I mean, I would imagine that Eternity, he didn't know what the economic situation was looking like across the map. He didn't realize how far ahead he was in the worker count. To be fair, even though he was ahead in workers, all those workers were stuck in his main and he was oversaturated. Like, he couldn't evacuate to the other bases that he had, right? Couldn't saturate them.
He really couldn't. He had one medevac and he was trying to send it across the map with Marines. Wasn't quite able to get the workers out of there. But I will say that despite mining a lot more, ExpecT did have 3 orbitals. Just didn't land the third one yet. Yeah,
that's what I mean, right? Like, because he was still on 2 bases, like, there was potential there for Eternity. But regardless, GG was called. ExpecT does move on, and we are going to be getting into ExpecT versus Go Joey.